When shopping for headphones, most of us expect to make choices about style, comfort, or maybe sound signature. Rarely do we expect to feel like we are solving a math problem. Yet with the Aful Performer 52, that is exactly what happens. The name itself raises eyebrows. Why not just call it Performer 7? Since each side holds 7 drivers? The answer lies in Aful's history. This is an upgraded version of the Performer 5, which used 5 drivers per side and gained strong praise among audio fans. To mark the addition of 2 extra drivers, the company decided on Performer 52. In some regions it is sold as the Performer 7, which only adds to the confusion. But if the naming seems quirky, the sound that comes from these headphones quickly justifies the complexity. Aful itself is a relatively young brand, founded in 2018. The name comes from at full, signaling completeness and dedication to excellence. Yet with a single extra letter, it could be read as awful. A linguistic accident that has drawn chuckles in the audio community. Despite this, Aful has steadily built a reputation for ambitious, hi-fi products that often push design boundaries. The Performer 52 is a perfect example of that ambition, showcasing 7 drivers packed into each earphone shell, 2 6mm dynamic drivers for bass, 4 balanced armature drivers for mid and upper frequencies, and 1 microplanar driver for ultra-high treble. It is an aggressive, tri-brid approach that aims to extract the best of each technology in a single package. The unboxing experience sets the stage for a premium feel. The package is relatively large, decorated with interlocking triangular patterns that mirror the design of the faceplates inside. Opening the box reveals a metal carrying case, a generous set of 9 pairs of ear tips neatly organized, and the stock cable. The cable uses a 2-pin connector and is braided from 8 strands, terminating in either a 3.5mm or 4.4mm jack, depending on what the buyer chooses at purchase. The only downside is that the plug cannot be swapped, so changing connector type means replacing the whole cable. That said, the included cable feels solid, yet surprisingly supple in hand, avoids microphonics, and is light enough to wear comfortably. The earphones themselves are striking. Large resin shells shaped in a style reminiscent of custom in-ear monitors immediately draw attention. The faceplates feature shimmering triangular motifs, with shades of green and blue crossing one another, inspired by patterns found in Eastern Palace windows that overlook gardens and skies. On one side you'll find the brand name, and on the other, the model designation. The craftsmanship is refined, and the design is anything but generic. Because of the complex internal structure, each shell is on the larger side. Once placed in the ear, the Performer 52 fills most of the outer ear, pressing deep with a long nozzle that extends into the canal. The result is excellent. Passive isolation once they're on, outside noise nearly disappears. The trade-off is bulk. These are not the type of earphones you can lie down with, and users with smaller ears may find them protruding noticeably. Comfort, however, is decent if you accept the full fit feeling, and the secure fit makes them suitable for listening on the go. The real story begins when you press play. The Performer 52 delivers a sound signature that is vibrant, powerful, and full of energy. Starting with the bass, the dual dynamic drivers provide weight and punch across the low frequencies. Sub-bass rumbles with authority while mid-bass hits have satisfying body. In electronic tracks like Stars Tonight by DROELOE, bass lines feel expansive yet controlled, filling the soundstage without overwhelming. Fans of hip-hop, EDM, or pop will immediately notice the strong foundation that keeps rhythms alive. Yet despite the presence of such impactful lows, the mid-range does not collapse under the pressure. Vocals remain forward and clear, a credit to the tuning of the balanced armature drivers. Female voices especially shine with clarity and brightness, while male voices still carry detail, though they may sound slightly lighter or younger in tone. Instruments in the mid-range are well defined, allowing guitars, pianos, and strings to hold their ground even with heavy bass behind them. The effect is that no matter how dense the track, the singer's voice is always front and center, refusing to be overshadowed. High frequencies are another highlight, with 3 drivers dedicated to treble. Including the microplanar unit, the Performer 52 extends cleanly into the highest registers. Cymbals and hi-hats sparkle without rolling off prematurely. In jazz pieces like Take 5, the separation between each hit remains distinct, avoiding the smearing that sometimes plagues lesser earphones. The treble is lively but not overly sharp, providing air and openness that balance the weight of the bass. If there is one criticism, it is coherence. With so many drivers working across the spectrum, each frequency range sometimes feels like it wants the spotlight. Bass commands attention, mids push forward, and treble sparkles above. The overall balance of volume is maintained, but the seamless blending that single-driver earphones like the Tantiem Origin achieve is less apparent here. Listeners seeking absolute smoothness may find the Performer 52 slightly segmented, but for those who enjoy energy and detail from every corner of the spectrum, this tuning can be highly engaging. The Performer 52 is not just about sound but also about making a statement. It represents the modern Hi-Fi trend of tri-brid designs, where dynamic, balanced armature, and planar drivers are combined in pursuit of maximum performance. At a price of around 7 million Vietnamese dong, it positions itself in the upper mid-range segment, accessible to enthusiasts willing to invest in a unique experience. The included build quality, accessories, and artistic design add to the sense of value. Ultimately, the Performer 52 is for listeners who want their music to feel alive, who enjoy dissecting layers of sound and appreciating technical prowess. It may not be the smoothest or most natural earphone available, but it delivers excitement, impact, and flair. From its unusual name to its dazzling faceplates and energetic sound, it is a product that dares to be different. And in a crowded headphone market, sometimes difference is exactly what makes an impression.